Hello, welcome to Souls Intersect. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising signs, and it is focused on this month, May 2017. If you're interested in a private reading with me, feel free to email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, or you can book directly through my site, and the address is in the description below. I want to let you know that I've reduced the price of my past life reading to $35. I wanted to make them accessible to more people. You can read more about it on my site. It's a non-tarot reading. I access the Akashic records to tell you about a past life of yours. And then I also offer intuitive tarot readings. Okay, so I'm going to read through the cards first. From the top left, you have the Lovers, the King of Pentacles, and the Star. And then in the center, the Six of Cups, the Ace of Rods or Wands, and the Hermit. The Ten of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Death card. My sense with this Death card and the Hermit above it is that there is a period of solitude or loneliness that's coming to an end. It feels like a cycle and a shift, and it feels like something that you've been hoping to get out of. This Ace of Rods or Wands is a brand new spark coming through, and for a lot of you, it does feel like it's related to romance and to a new person coming into your life, someone new that you'll be connecting with. Another thing is that there may be some of you who are artists or do some kind of creative work, and you may have been facing a period of a mental block, writer's block, a creative block of some kind, and it could also be visual arts or music. I'm getting architecture for someone as well. A period where you didn't feel that the creativity was as abundant, and you really felt like you needed to access that creativity. And for some time, at least, you haven't been able to. That's what this Death card is representing. That period is coming to a close, and new energies are moving in, and a new creative spark could very well come with it for those of you seeking that. But again, for a lot of you, it is absolutely about passion. I see this Lovers at the top with the King of Pentacles and the Star. The King of Pentacles does feel like a new person coming into your life, or reviving a previous connection. And the king could be male or female, and you could be male or female. My sense with it coming up as the king is that this is someone who's very established, grounded. And I also feel like this is something that you've really been asking for. Someone who is in a strong position and is successful. This feels like a very successful individual. My sense is that for some of you, you've had relationships in the past where the person was maybe a great person and maybe you connected deeply, but you felt like they weren't ambitious enough. And it's not just superficial, but it's that sense of stability and a feeling of being grounded. And this person brings that to the table. This person absolutely has that, and it feels like an answer to a wish. And again, it does feel like it seems like there's something going on astrological where there's a shift out of this previous cycle where things have felt a bit stagnant and stale. And I really see you having put in a lot of time asking for help, asking for this newness to come through, and it is coming through for you now. And it's with someone, especially if this is about something romantic, with someone who you connect with deeply, very spiritually, and that's going to bring in a lot of passion, and that's where you have this Lovers and this Ace of Wands. Something interesting too about the other cards is that it looks like two new beginnings of some kind. You have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So what this might look like, the way it might manifest, is something like, let's say it's a creative spark. You may finally have this creative spark for a project that you've been wanting to work on and that you've had a lot of time to work on, but now all of a sudden you also have a new job offer coming through that might take up a lot of time. And it seems like it's the rational thing to do that instead because it may be bringing in some money for you that you've needed, for example. And so you may actually feel really burdened by a decision now of which new endeavor to embrace. And what's coming through in the reading with that is that you can actually do both. The reason I say that is because both new beginnings are coming up in the reading. And also, this Ten of Wands as a burden is very often something that's easily solvable. It looks like way more and feels like way more than it is, but it actually would just take this person dropping all of those wands to lighten the burden. And so at first it may seem like a pretty heavy load to consider both, to do both, but that is an option that absolutely can be explored. And the Six of Cups is all about that, exploring options. And my sense with it in this reading is that it's a gift that there's multiple things happening. And that should be taken advantage of. And the energy is there for you to be able to embrace multiple things right now. Another way that this might look is having this new passionate relationship come through, but then also having additional responsibilities in a job that may even require you to be working more hours or even working away or traveling more. But even with that, again, there's a strong message coming through in the reading that you are able to do both. And not just that you're able to, but that you should. That there's even a lesson in that for you to be able to figure out how to manage both things, even if it feels overwhelming. Because there's this theme of taking advantage of what you have and embracing the gifts that are coming through for you. There's a little bit of that be careful what you wish for energy, because I feel like you've been asking for multiple things and a lot of them are coming up here, coming to fruition. But I come back to this figure of the King of Pentacles because for many of you this does feel like a new romance or revival of a previous romance. And it feels like a very important connection in your life. And for others, though, if that doesn't fit into the story of your life right now, this also feels like it could be someone, well, either way, even whether it's a romantic partner or something else, it feels like this person can help you. And it's not just about helping you with this current dilemma of this choice maybe that you have to make between managing different incoming things. But it feels like in general, handling the energies that are shifting, embracing the abundance that's coming through. Definitely some of it has to do with helping with time management. And it might not be that this person does work for you or directly gives you advice, but it could just be that their presence in your life, being this stabilizing figure, is going to help you get through that. So my sense here is to focus on the positive. It sounds very cliche, but there's nothing negative coming through. It just might feel overwhelming because it's a lot of newness. But by focusing on the positive, so like this new person, or if it's not a romance, just this helpful person, showing gratitude for the developments that are happening, just by doing that, just by focusing your energy in that way and showing that positivism, that is going to help you in managing everything that's coming through. Let me see if there's anything left. I'm being called back to this Hermit card. And I feel like there's one last message, which is that you may feel a huge sense of relief with this period that is being represented by this Hermit card coming to a close. But there's a lingering message there that although it is coming to a close, there's definitely things that you've learned during that time that you're meant to take with you. They came through for a reason. It wasn't just like, well, you had some downtime or quieter time or more alone time, and so you were able to take advantage of that by gaining some new insight or understanding about things, and that's it. It's not just that. Those things that came through in that time period happened because you were meant to take that knowledge with you moving forward. So do your best not to forget what you've learned in previous stages because it's meant to be taken with you. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I hope you have a great month of May. Take care.